Full moon logo, another cold open. Now we're in Berlin, 1941, smack dab in the Second World War. A car pulls up and we meet the best Rutger Hauer impression champion, 1989.
I don't know how long I'll be. Jawohl.
He's here to meet Dr. Hess, who's having a hell of a time with a patient right now. A real hell of a time.
General Mueller is waiting impatiently for the results of your death core project. I know. With the best of equipment and the freedom to proceed as you wish. We expect something in return.
But then perhaps General Mueller should have given this project to one of the other butchers instead of me.
And we find out that Rutger's driver has an affinity for puppets.
You said you could devise a drug that would give this dead soldier movement, so he could be used as a shield for the living troops, yeah? If you lied about your abilities, then you are a traitor, Doctor.
Oh my God!
So the driver bursts in with an appalling look on his face, and ooh, we get a little slow-mo up in this bitch. Fade to credits. So we start out with Toulon, way before the exploits of parts 1 and 2. He's regaling the local children with some hilarious anti-Hitler propaganda.
Nothing you can do to stop me. I wouldn't say that, just sidewinder.
After the show, the driver from the opening invites himself in.
You have a devoted audience here, Toulon.
I wonder if they'd laugh so hard if they truly understood what they were watching.
I didn't get your name.
Leutnant Eric Stein. Fellow puppeteer. How do you manipulate him without string works?
It is my own method.
Fascinating. For your own sake, you might consider changing the subject matter of your shows.
He bids farewell, but leave it to those sneaky Nazis.
Wow! You kind of just snuck up on me there, man. I fear you're underestimating the sneakiness, sir.
So he witnesses the sentience of the dolls looking like Bob Hoskins and Roger Rabbit.
Patty cake, patty cake, patty cake. Ah!
He runs off.
Bro, I'm really about to get your pickle chin that boy.
And then, hey, we get this nice little moment with Toulon and Ilsa.
Elsa. Now, Elsa.
Why did you say that name?
And of course, he gives her a fucking doll as a present.
It's beautiful.
She is the image of you.
Oh, darling.
What have I done to deserve you?
Didn't do anything.
And now, I would die without you.
All right, enough of this gooey show of emotion. All right, everyone, stick in! Yeah!
Now we're at Nazi HQ, where this snitch is ratting out Toulon.
These wooden figures are walking about on their own.
You're not mistaken, sir. Herr Toulon has developed a method of animating his puppets without string.
I must speak to Toulon before the Gestapo does.
Have the car brought around. If Toulon can be of use, I'll take that into consideration.
Get me General Mueller.
So here's the thing with General Mueller. When he's taking this call, he's bathing with a bunch of naked women, which I can't show you, obviously. So instead, when it cuts to him, I'll put up this gif of Tony Montana. Cool? Cool.
I'm sorry to bother you, General, but we have a matter brewing that might delay the progress of the Death Corps project.
No, I understand your need to speak to Toulon before Kralls clutters things up in his torture chambers.
For you.
Yeah.
Major, I want you to cooperate with Dr. Hess completely, and that's an order, and I don't want this kind of call again. I'm tired of separating you two like fighting schoolboys.
Oregano.
The Nazis rudely invite themselves in again, and here's this snitch again.
This is one of the puppets I was telling you about.
Toulon, I would like to talk to you later about your work.
Here's a miracle, yeah?
Herr Toulon, would you work with me, my...
God damn!
Take what you want, you bastards, and get out of here.
That would be you, puppeteer.
Oh my God, what have they done?
Get him out of here.
We cut to Toulon looking crestfallen, but luckily the doll's got his back. So the truck veers perfectly into a stack of wooden boxes, and now we see General Mueller with clothes on.
And this will solve all your problems, Doctor?
Well, if the pictures are correct, but a great deal depends on Toulon sharing his secret.
Our authority wants a demonstration of your results.
Yesterday. Oh, I'll get with Toulon as soon as Major Krauss makes it possible.
A random Nazi biker discovers the abandoned truck, and at HQ the phone is ringing.
Yes. They're both sitting in front of me now. You ought to be congratulated, Krauss. Herr Toulon has escaped your custody.
Fuck! Roll down, man! Fuck that! Shit, let's go, motherfucker!
Nazis show back up again without knocking, but this time they have gasoline, and they torch Toulon's stage. So when Toulon finally arrives back at his house, he is devastated.
Herr Toulon, you are a genius.
So while the Nazis are looking for him, Toulon is holed up, waiting in the darkness, planning his next move, and having his Eric Draven moment.
Never seen the story. Seeking you out and making each one of you do knees for what you've done. But you will cry us, and I will have no mercy, my friend. No mercy.
First stop is the morgue, where the puppets are on some straight-up Godfather shit.
6 million ways to die. Choose one.
It's time to escape, but I don't know where the fuck I'm headed. Up or down, right or left, life or death. I see myself in the midst of smoke.
They let Toulon in to get some brains, or something. They don't show us.
Come on.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
This is the best I can do for you now.
Ooh, this is nice. Girl, this audience is you right here? Okay.
I'll be 1 hour. Takes the car to be serviced. Expect to be out all night.
Jawohl.
And now the driver is alone, upset and doing a very mid-Hitler impersonation.
Have your asshole ready.
Don't forget, you're shoving a pineapple up Hitler's ass at 4 p.m.
Good night, fellow puppeteer.
And now we're back at Dr. Hess's, where, progress is being made.
This is excellent, Major. There was no sign of violent rage this time. He was in a suicidal state, so he simply related back to his before-death behavior. But give me a soldier who was killed by the enemy in battle, and the results will be very different.
There's Lieutenant Stein.
Dead, sir.
Oh, my God.
With the Nazis closing in on Toulon, he's forced to relocate. Luckily not to an attic like Anne Frank, am I right?
You're talking about Helen Keller.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about Anne Frank. She was deaf, dumb, and blind.
Instead, he finds this rundown place, lights a candle, and prepares his next move.
Tomorrow we start all over again. Killing murderers in the middle of a war.
That move is to visit General Mueller.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
The general is finishing up with a date when this happens.
What is this joke?
God damn!
Mueller's been killed.
I'm coming with you.
And then these two coming back in the third act like they're Sancho from Orgasmo or some shit.
What's your name again? I am Sancho.
That's great, but what do you do?
What do I do? I am Sancho.
You are Sancho.
That's right. Okay, you're hired. Of course.
I need a place to keep Peter till I can get him to Switzerland. You won't give us away, will you?
I would be a fool if I did.
A little Jewish girl who hid from the Nazis in a secret room with her family. She wrote a diary.
Oh, yeah.
And now these two are back on their CSI bullshit.
Why didn't Mueller shoot back?
I'm sure he did.
Bro, I'm really about to get your pickle chin that boy.
My God. I should have known.
Now we get another scene of these two bickering back and forth.
When you find Toulon, you're going to execute him, aren't you, Krauss?
Answer me!
Yes, he will be executed immediately, and it'll be my good pleasure to fire the first bullet that kills him.
I won't allow it. When the tin gods are destroyed, the new world will be rebuilt by geniuses like Henri Toulon.
God!
Special officer duty.
See that Dr. Hess is escorted home. Stay with him until you are relieved. Heil Hitler.
Oh yeah, these guys. So this kid wants to become Toulon's assistant, standing like a motherfucker.
I could go to your workshop and get everything you need.
Stan's dad is having none of it.
I want you to stay away from her too long. It's for your own good.
But you can't deny the hustle.
I know you probably hear this every day, but I'm your biggest fan.
So Stan is gathering tools for Toulon at the same time Hess is going to the same spot.
All right, Private. I'll let you know when I want to escape.
And this kid picks the absolute worst hiding spot.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Boy, what are you doing here? Are these things for yourself?
Now the doc is putting the screws to Stan here.
You know, if you really want to help Herr Toulon, Peter, you'll tell me where he is.
I can't tell you exactly.
Oh, my God!
We see the origins of this signature doll, and then we're back to this snitch.
There. He promised me he only wanted to talk.
Killing you would be no problem for me, Doctor.
I know. I just wanted to speak with you.
Be careful what you say. My friends are very sensitive.
What is the secret, please?
It was given to me during a trip I took to Egypt with Elsa 15 years ago. It is ancient and very simple.
All I have is random movement at best. I look at your wooden creations, and they are alive as you and I.
I knew them in life. Hans Seidemann, the bookkeeper. Very funny. Full of tricks and practical jokes. Hermann Strauss, a truck driver. Executed for smuggling food to the Jewish ghetto. And Elsa. You were there when they took her.
But what gives them life?
The will to live. They wanted this life after death. The secret of the new life cannot be duplicated in the laboratory. It is the human spirit.
Then we find blonde Michael Myers making a deal with Sancho here.
If I show you where Toulon is hiding, all I want is freedom for my wife and my son.
First, show me where he is.
When I kill him, count reverie.
You see Hess? Shoot him. Let me get my son. Mach schnell.
Get away from my son! Now!
What about Toulon?
You don't understand.
So Toulon and Hess are packing up while a few of the puppets whack a Nazi soldier.
Come on, man, hit me with a brick. Come on, man, hit me with a brick. Chime me with a brick. Then hit me with a brick. Then hit me with a brick.
And another soldier.
Schnell! Schnell, schnell!
You're coming!
Rounds of luck to can't be far.
Father!
Go, Peter, go!
And yet another soldier. So he makes it back to his house and falls asleep during the flashback in part 2.
Angels deserve to die. Wake up. Grab my shit, put a little makeup. I just got the fade away.
He is now awake and prepared for the reckoning.
Create another fable. You wanted to. Grab a brush and put a little makeup. You wanted to. I just got the fade away, the shake up. You wanted to. Watching in the kitchen by the table. You wanted to. Well, I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. And my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So now it's over, Toulon leaves, we get some nice stock footage of a train pulling into the station, and we see Krause's passport.
Are you traveling alone, Major Krause?
No.
Look, leather dolls.
Where are you and your son traveling?
Switzerland.
And then maybe to America.
The express to Geneva is leaving from track number 7.
The train leaves, you see Toulon is still a wanted man, we get a little promo for the sequel, fade to black, roll credits.
Have your asshole ready.
Where do I start with this film? I guess I have to mention the notion of the prequel chapter within the movie franchise. Most movie series pride themselves on moving the popular story forward, but sometimes franchises choose to do a hard stop and explain origins. It's bold, it shows confidence, and if you do it, it's a very necessary part of building a successful franchise. Unfortunately, it usually ends up being the most boring part of any successful franchise. It's a sacrificial lamb that makes future installments that much better. But in my opinion, this prequel seems more like Hannibal Rising than Paranormal Activity 3. This movie was so involved with itself. I take points off for production value and premise, but I give points for faithfulness of the story and not making a mockery of the Second World War. Also, this franchise is great about rewarding those that pay attention, which I really enjoy. Applying real-life trauma to this story helps, but ultimately it's not that interesting. It's a good attempt to try and legitimize a ridiculous premise, but sadly falling short on the appeal. On deck, we got number 4. Let's see what this bad puppets going good thing's all about.